Hello guys, and welcome to another video. This time it will be my personal top 5 ways that you can improve your DPS. Some of these methods are quite common knowledge, some of them are not, and some of them might seem a little weird, some might be plain common sense. But anyway guys, let's dive head in and take a look at number 5. Alright, so for the first tip, might seem really silly, or might have a lot of you people go, what the fuck, how will this help me? But the first tip, hiding your DPS meter. Like, that is a distraction. It is distracting so many players, and I've seen so many people do worse performance in survivability and even DPS, because instead of focusing on the cooldowns or rotation mechanics, they go like, what's that over there? Is that, oh, I'm top DPS! Wait, I'm dead. Fuck. That have happened so many times, guys. You have no idea. And I even tell this to like the people in the stream rates on the stream. Try and hide your DPS meter and see how you perform. Some people this won't apply to, because some people actually know not to look at them maybe until end of the fight, where you could take a look. But yeah, for the most majority it would be a good idea for you to hide your DPS meters. Alright, so number 4, proper resource management. You want to manage your resource properly. You don't want to fill up your energy bar or fill up your mana bar. You want to keep spending your resources so you can gain new resources. For example, warriors, demon hunters, you want to spend your fury and rage before capping up so you won't lose it. I get it, there's sometimes where you want to not spend it because you want to save it up for a big hit or to nuke down an ad or something like that. Especially in Mythic Vermafras is a good example of where you want to really nuke down an ad. But those resources, you want to keep them flowing, you want to keep dropping them and keep gaining them. Because if you're full, you won't gain anything. Combo points is another really good example here, especially for the rogues. If you're having 4 combo points and about to use another mutilate, don't use an venom. Get those possibly another 4 combo points after 1 mutilate instead of only getting 1. It's a good way. Paladins have the same thing. A lot of classes have this. But yeah, proper resource management. There's plenty of websites, Discord channels and stuff specific for your class where you can read up on how you want to manage your resources. So for tip number 3, I'm gonna tell you about Tell Me When and or weak auras. So these add-ons here are mainly for keeping track of your dots, your buffs, your cooldowns. That's kind of what I use it for. But keeping track of your cooldowns, dots and stuff are essential, because the more effective, all of this is about being effective. So the more effective cooldowns, the more effective dots, the more effective everything we have, the better. So this add-on here allows you to set up a little bar, or in weak auras, whatever you want. It can be a bar, it can be a fucking pony and a rainbow filling up and going down as you cast, or whatever you like. Weak auras is really versatile, but also really hard to get into. So most setups require some programming skill. If you're good at Lua scripts and good at making add-ons, weak auras is for you. And if you are, you probably already know about weak auras, so let's leave it at that. Weak auras is the advanced version. I'm going to focus more about Tell Me When. That is also what I use, because it's easy to set up and it's easy to work with. So you can set up a little bar. You can plot in like, I want to track a cooldown or a buff, debuff, whatever. And you can set it to a few things. So you can set it to like, okay, I want to have it shown at all time. So even when it's not ready, it will just like have like, just like on an action bar, more like cooldown, just recharging. Or you can show it to like, when this one here is shown, the buff is up, or if it's not showing, it's missing. You can set it to 100 different things. So it's like, if this one here lights up, then I know there is no rupture on my target and I need to get a rupture on that target ASAP. that's a really great thing to do, to have, because it helps you keep up your uptime on stuff and be more efficient. And that is kind of what distinguishes most players. They feel like having 90% uptime on your buff that increases damage and is a dodge and gives you more energy regen, whatever. It can be different things. If you have 90% uptime or 99% uptime or 100% uptime, which you should have. But again, so if you have like all the uptime as possible, that's also gonna affect your other damaging abilities. So if you have 100% uptime, then 100% of all of your abilities are gonna do 20% more damage if it's Nightblade on a rogue, for example. If you're playing sub-rogue. We're talking a lot about sub-rogues. Maybe I'll make a sub-rogue guide at one point. Alright, so in the second to last tip, number 2, we will be using another add-on. It's called Pong. And it basically shows you if a item is an upgrade. Because the whole item level shenanigans here, everybody's like, oh, we gotta get this item, it's great, I can join this group now because I'm like 970 or whatever. But if your gear have the wrong stats or is genuinely bad for your class, I've seen DPS wanting to join one of my raid groups. Oh yeah, they had a decent item and I thought, what the hell? Then I invited them, saw them in the raid, immediately kicked them. Well, they were wearing half tank gear and half healing gear and not that much DPS gear. Like tanking trinkets and healing trinkets. If you're wearing one of each as a DPS, the door's over there. Go through it. It's simple. You're not joining my group at least. But yeah, it's like knowing whether a item is a good upgrade for you is a key difference, because item will say about if an item is good. It says something about how much stats it have, and then if it have the right stats, then that item will be good for you. Obviously, something with let's take rogues for example. I'll play a rogue. Yeah, obvious, right? So let's take like a point of view from the rogue. Haste is total garbage from us. So what Pong will do is it will go in and check, okay, this item here have a shit ton of haste, and it's a really high item level, and it'll have some mastery as well. This item here is a little bit less item level, but it have a shit ton of mastery, which is the best for us. Which is best? And then I will give you a little percentage on the item and say, okay, you need to use this. This is an upgrade for you. You can have different profiles for the different specs in your stuff. And it's really great add-on. It really shows you what items is an upgrade for you. It also helps managing if it's like, okay, well, this is not an upgrade for me, you can have it if you're in a guild or something like that. Also helps officers. I know some guilds use a loot council where they have people that have Pong installed and make them go, okay, this is how much of an upgrade it is for us. So therefore, we can sort out the loot depending who needs it the most. And the final tip, tip number 1, the one tip that will make you a DPS master. Alright, so simulating your DPS, that's what we're going to talk about here. Simulate your DPS, calculate what's best for you, and like trying to like get to know what is the best for you to do. So simulating is a way where you can like it basically calculates how much damage you will do and what is the most optimal way for you to do it. There's various different ways you can do this. You can use Ask Mr. Robot. It's some of the easier way. What I prefer to use is Simulation Craft. It's the more known way, and as far as I know, it's the best way. So that's what I use, and it does help me well. It's not that hard once you get into it. I think I will make a video on it later on how to do Simulation Craft. It's a really great little tool. It's a software you have on your computer, and you can run a simulation. It comes with an add-on called Simulation Craft. Who gets right? And you can just generate your characters. It is right now. Plug the data into the computer. Press go, and you can tell it to generate a or calculate stat weights, and then it will actually generate a pawn string, which you can copy paste into your pawn add-on, and you will automatically know which is the best. In the old days, we used to talk about breakpoints or caps. So if you were haste capped, you need to go to this much haste, not a single point haste more. After that, it's shit, and then you need to focus on another stat. I believe some classes are still doing this, but breakpoints is like, okay, until this amount, mastery is the best, and then you need to focus on versatility a little. After you reach so much versatility, mastery becomes better again. Simulations solve this for you. Every time you get a new gear, run a quick simulation, get the new stat weights, or every week maybe if you've gotten like a bunch of upgrades. I don't know, it's up to you how much you will go into this. It's unlikely that you will need to use another piece of gear, or the stats will like completely flip up and down what you need to use, depending on like one piece of gear. But do a simulation every once in a while, and you will be assured to have the best gear possible for you. Anyway, this have been my top 5 tips on how you can improve your DPS. Hopefully you like this video, and hopefully you like this style of content. I'm thinking of doing more content like this. This one here has definitely been a blast making so far. Woohoo! And I hope you'll all like and subscribe if you want to see more. Maybe even check out the live stream. I live stream on Twitch TV. Every once in a while we have some more gaming, hardware, computer focused content coming up as well. Maybe some live streaming guides if you would like to see that. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comment below, and I'll see you again next time, guys. Take care. Bye!